I am certainly glad to see you today. Thought today we'd just do a fantastic little painting that's nice and easy. I believe you'll enjoy it. So I tell you what, let's start out and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with us. While they're doing that, let me show you what I've got done today. I have my standard old canvas up here. Now today I've just taken and I've covered the top with liquid white and the bottom with liquid black and blended them together. I have very little liquid black on the bottom, but I know I want some dark down here. So it's an easy way to do it. Put the black in and it's already there for you. Okay, let's do it. Let's do a winter scene today. What the heck? I'm gonna have the least little touch of alizarin crimson in it. I don't want much, just pull out a tiny, tiny little bit. Let's go up in here. Maybe I'll have a big mountain today. And I want a little touch of this crimson right behind the edge of the mountain, just to warm it a tiny little bit. But be careful, don't get too much of this. You'll set the old sky on fire, and I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. And I want to keep this painting quite dark, quite a bit into the gray tones. I think I'll do it that way. All right. Just that much crimson. That's all we need. It may not even show. All right, let's go over here and get a little midnight black and Prussian blue. Midnight black, Prussian blue. Okay, go back up in here. And we'll just very quickly, using our little crisscross strokes, little X's, we'll just dance in a happy little sky here. Something about like that. Very simple little sky. There. Okay. Now then, right off this time I get to wash the brush. And that's the most fun part of this whole procedure. There we go. Okay, let's wash the old brush. We'll just give it a little scrub, shake it off, like that, and beat the devil out of it. Now we'll go back into the light area with a clean brush and just blend these two areas together. Something about like that. Oh, life's wonderful, isn't it? There we go. That's about all we need. I just want sort of a blue-gray sky in here, but dark enough to give you the feeling of winter. There. All right. We'll just knock off the excess paint. Maybe I can use that one again. Let's take Prussian blue, midnight black, crimson, maybe a little brown in there too, a little Van Dyke. Blue, black, crimson, and a little brown. Pull it out as flat as you can get it, cut across, get a little roll of paint. Should live right on the end of your knife. And with that, let's go up in here. Maybe our big mountain's gonna live right here. Let's touch. Where do we want it to go? Let's make a wild mountain today. Shoot, if you've painted with me before, you know I love mountains. They're a lot of fun. And they're easy to do in this technique. Very, very easy to do. Mountains and maybe reflections are the two things that work the best. Or maybe they're just my favorites. See, if something's your favorite, then you think it works the best. So, let's see, maybe, I tell you what, let's get crazy. Put a bump over here too. That ought to be enough to keep us busy. Scrape off all the excess. Just really get in there and scrape it off. See, most of that pink went away, but there's going to be a little bit that shows in several places, and that's all I was looking for. Just enough to warm it up a little, so it's not too cold. There. Now with a clean brush, we'll grab that and pull it. That removes excess paint, and it pulls it down, so it gets lighter in value toward the horizon, and that's what we're looking for. That's exactly what we're looking for. When I said we was going to do a big mountain, I wasn't exaggerating, was I? There. About like it. But notice how the base of that already, it looks like it's just floating there. And that happens automatically when you have the liquid white. The liquid white is continually blending with your color, and these little effects just happen. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's take titanium white, pull it out as flat as we can get it. Really get in there and get tough. Cut across, get our little roll of paint once again. See, pull it out, across, a little roll of paint. With that, we have to make some big decisions here. Maybe in our world, this old mountain comes right down like that. I don't know. You decide. But no pressure, absolutely no pressure on the knife. Just in your mind, pretend that only the paint is touching. The blade of the knife is not even touching the canvas. Nothing is touching except the paint. There. All right. Today I'm having this highlight come from the left side. It's up to you. You may want to change it and put it on the other side. In your world, you can put it anywhere that you want it. Anywhere. Let's mix up some shadow. For that, we'll use a little Prussian blue and white. Maybe put a little black in it to dull it. Don't want it too bright. Hurt your eyes. Have to wear sunglasses. There. Maybe a little bit darker. Ooh, that's getting right now. Gets good. You know when it's right. You can sort of look at it and tell. Our little roll of paint. And let's just put in the indication here and there of a few little shadow areas. Just a few little things. There. I like to do these. They're so much fun. Now, if anybody can paint mountains in this technique, it's probably my son Steve. Well, that son of a gun is the best mountain painter in the country. Whew. He makes me look bad sometimes. His mountains are so good. So good. But that just means I'm proud of him. There. Because he's painted since he was about 12 years old. And he's a good example of what can be done, even at a young age. There. Pull that right over in there. Reach up in here. Pull a little bit of that down. Just sort of work these together until they're like you want them. Well, I said we was going to do a big mountain. I wasn't kidding, was I? Maybe there's a shadow comes right across over here. I don't know. Maybe a little lights. Just you make the decision. You decide where you think lights zinging through here. There. Here it comes. Just barely touching the canvas. I can't say that enough. I want that to look rounded. So you just use those kind of strokes to make it look that way. Just think what it would look like. I want it to look like it's coming over in front. Sneaky, huh? There's one right there. Back to the white. I'm just going back and forth between white and the shadow color. Maybe there's a bump that lives out here. Wherever. Doesn't much matter. In your world, you can put this anywhere that you want it. There we go. See, just let these things happen. This old knife will do wonderful, wonderful things for you. You can do entire scenes using absolutely nothing but the knife. It's a little slower, but the effect is beautiful. It is beautiful. In some of the earlier series, I think we did a couple of those. Our actual painting time here is less than 25 minutes. And there is no editing. If you've painted with me before, you know what you see is what actually happened. We don't edit. These are filmed live time. There we go. So if we make a boo-boo, it's right here. But that's all right, because we don't make mistakes in our world. There. We don't even know where that goes. Don't know that we even care. Pull that a little lower. Now, we got us a big mountain here. Let's have some fun. Clean, dry 2-inch brush. Follow those angles. I want to create the illusion of mist down here. In fact, I'm going to pick up a little titanium white so it increases it even more. There. I want a nice misty, cold area down in there. Something about like that. And blend it. Take out the tap marks, bring it together. That's all there is to it. All right, now we got to decide where we're going. Maybe in our world, tell you what, let's take that mountain color. What was that? Crimson, Prussian blue, some black, brown. That's what we had in it. Just mixing up a pile more of it. Okay. let's find us a fan brush. We'll go right into this very dark color. Very, very dark, should look black. Load both sides of the brush. And in our world, maybe there lives, sure does now, big old evergreen tree lives right there. Now I'm turning the brush more. I want this one to be a fat little tree. One of them, it makes a gorgeous little Christmas tree. That's what it is. See, fat little tree. So we're going almost straight in with the brush. There. Let's give him a couple of friends. There we go. And you know, trees are like people. They're all different. Maybe this one here is a little skinnier. And maybe this next one over here, I don't know. I add a little touch of paint thinner on my brush because I have a lot of paint behind it. So if you thin that paint, then it'll stick. It'll stick. Thin paint will stick to a thick paint. See, this tree's got some naked spots in it. And we'll put one more right there, just for the heck of it. Maybe this one here is another old fat one. Like that. Ooh, I like that. Beautiful little tree. See, they're easy to make. And there's one back here, maybe that all you can see is just a couple little things. He had a bad year. All right, a few little bushes that live right here. But that easy. You can create a whole forest. Whole forest lives right here in your brush. Just create little bushes and stuff. Now I've got several fan brushes going, so I don't have to spend all my time just washing brushes. Let me grab another one. I'm gonna put some liquid white on my brush and go into some phthalo blue and titanium white. I put the liquid white in there only to thin the color, so it'll stick to that thicker tree color. Let's go up in here. Now that we can come back, and we'll just put a few highlights here and there. I don't want a lot. I don't want to lose that beautiful darkness. Just a few. Phthalo blue is beautiful, isn't it? Might be one of my favorite colors. Whew, I like it. I like it. There we go. A little more of the liquid white on the brush. Once again, the liquid white is there only to thin it. And we'll just pop in a few little bushy indications here and there. There's one. You make the decision where they live. Looks cold already. All right, let's have some fun here. I'm gonna go right into the titanium white with the 2-inch brush. This is your bravery test. Load a lot of color in the bristles, a lot of color. All right, here we go. Here we go. I want a nice light area right there. So I'm gonna start there because as we pick up the black that's underneath and all this color, it's gonna get darker and darker. That easy. I did that very slow so you can see exactly how it goes. But I want that to be bright in there. Now I want it to get darker as it leaves that area, so I'm not adding any more white. I'm allowing the brush to pick up the liquid black that's underneath. And automatically that'll get darker and darker as it works away. About like that. I think I want a house there. You know me, I always want to live in these scenes after I paint them. So I'm gonna put a little cabin right there, a little house. Now, every once in a while I get a letter from somebody and they'll say, oh, I love that scene until you put that house in there. And I didn't like the house. If you don't want a house in your world, leave it out. I just want to show you how. What you put in there is your business. All right, brown. Just plain old Van Dyke Brown. Little dark cyan in it sometime. I sort of mix them up all the time, so you get a variation, but don't over-mix them. Leave them, even though you can't see it, it's so dark, leave them sort of marbled. Then we go back with a little white and some highlight colors, dark sienna, white, brown, Van Dyke Brown. When you go back and it picks that up, it'll be marbled. It just won't be one old dull color. See there? Just barely touched, just like you were putting snow on the mountain. That's all you're doing. Okay, on the side over here, add a little more brown. I want it darker over here. Just barely can see there's anything happening there. Much darker. There. I think we need a door. Today I'm gonna put a door right there. take a little touch of the brown, put some indications like that in there, just to make it look like an old cabin living out here. We need a roof, or this poor man is going to freeze to death. We'll give him a roof for his cabin, like that. There we go. Just put it right on there. Over here, we need a little bit. Liz right out there. Something like that. All right. Oh, got a little too much white right there, so I just lift it off. See? Then we put that right back. Once again, we don't make mistakes. Anything that happens here, we can live with it. We can make it work. Okay. Back to our brush. Has some white paint on it. And maybe, in our world, right there. Just let that come right through there. Beginning to pick up a little bit of the Prussian blue on the brush. Very, very little though. Just want to begin putting a little cool color in there. Blue is a very cool color. Makes you feel cold. There. And you mix that blue, that little bit of blue, with the liquid black that's on there. Boy, it works. It works. You know what? Let's get crazy. I want a window in here. This guy'd have to see out and see all that. Maybe a little snow at the bottom of his window. There. Little touches like that sort of makes your painting personal. All right, let's find us a fan brush. We're going into Prussian blue and black. Blue and black, or black and blue, whatever. Ready to do a big tree? Let's go up here and do one. You know me. I think right there. Now all we're going to do is tap. Take the brush and just tap. Tap, tap, tap all the way down. All the way down to wherever you want it. I like that. I like that. Maybe I'll do another one. We'll put a little group of trees here. 2, 3. There they come. 3 little trees. 3 little trees. Maybe this 4th little tree. Maybe he got hurt when he was little, and he's got the leanies. He sort of just fell over there. Now I'm just going to take the brush and just wiggle it so that the edge of the bristles touch. And we'll just sort of smear in some little doers right here that look like, when we highlight them, it look like little bushes that live in there. Shoot, that's working pretty good. Maybe we'll just bounce in, just taking the brush and just touching the edge. Just touching the corner and wiggling it quickly, quickly. It's hard to do this slow. Quickly, wiggle it. See, gives us indication of just some little things growing back here. We don't know what they are. I need a liner brush. Take the liner brush and we'll go into that same color. Same color, thin some of it out. We want to thin it until it's almost like ink. Turn the bristles. That loads it full. Turn them so it's very sharp. Let's see, there you can see it. See how sharp it is? Now maybe on our tree out here, maybe this is an old evergreen tree that's just about had it. We'll put a few old limbs that hang out through here. There. I don't know what kind of tree it really is, whatever you want it to be. You make that big decision. There we go. Evergreen trees, if that's what it is, always have these little hangy offers off the side, all them little things that hang off there. Now, maybe this tree was a different kind of tree, and it has limbs that go up, like that. Whatever kind of tree you want. Don't just make your limbs just straight. Give them some wiggle and jiggle. I have people write and they say, Bob, I don't think I can paint. I have a little shake in my hand. I think you're ahead of the game. A little shake in the hand here plays great, great dividends. Now this is winter, so we're just going to leave the leaves off that. Evergreens sort of keep theirs, but these kind of trees, they lose theirs. All right. Something about like that. Back to my fan brush. Let's go up in here. I'm just going to tap downward with the brush. Put the indication here and there of a fuel. Maybe there's a few old limbs left on this rascal. There they come, like that. Now, going back to my brush that I had liquid white, titanium white, and a little touch of phthalo blue on it. Just load it full of color. And let's go up in here and just want to gently touch it. Don't overdo. Don't lose that dark. Just highlight. Don't kill it. It gets feeling good. You don't know when to stop sometime. But just enough to highlight a little. Now we can take in here and I'll just use this brush. What the heck? You can use anything. Use the old fan brush. I'm using a number 6. Sometimes I pick up a number 3. I have 2 different flavors of fan brush, 6 and a 3. So it's up to you. Some people prefer the little brush, some the big. I think it really depends on the effect you're trying to achieve and what you're comfortable with. That's my armchair philosophy for the day. If it works for you, then it's good. Take a little white, reach right up in the bottom of that, and begin pulling some of that out. Allow it to pick up a little of that color. It's okay. When it starts mixing with the liquid black, that's wonderful. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. I'm going to take a little bit of that color. Just rub it in right there. Something like that. Now we'll take a little white, a little liquid white. Got a little blue in it too, just a little. Now I want to have this come up. I put the liquid white in there once again to thin it. I want this to look like maybe there's a big ledge here and stuff's hanging over. Then we just sort of blend that back into there. There. Like that. A little right in here. Just sort of see these things in your mind. Drop them in. Drop them in wherever you think they should live. Maybe it goes all the way down there. I don't know. A little bit in there. I know there's a bushy that lives right here. Just a good place for a little bush. We've been using a fan brush, so we'll just continue. We'll just continue. A little bit of the blue and the white. Phthalo blue, because I want to just highlight this a little. There. Just pushing upward. Give it a little upward push. Put a few little highlighted things in there. Just makes it look like some little bushy areas. Take our liner brush, a little bit of that color we made, and tell you what, maybe there's a old tree that lives right there. There he comes. The old tree. He ain't got any leaves on him. His arms are all naked hanging out here. There. Jack Frost has took his leaves away. That's okay. Come spring, they'll come back. Maybe he's got a little friend lives right there. It's up to you. Up to you. Maybe here and there we can put in just the indication of some little things. Sometimes it's fun. Take your liner brush, a little bit of the liquid white, and you can reach up in here and pull down icicles. Little icicles that hang off your cabin. Tell you what, the old clock on the wall tells me it's about time to sign this one and call it finished. Let's just sign it right here. And I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's a very easy little painting. Bring a lot of pleasure into your life. Hope you give it a try. If you do, take a picture of it and send it to us. We'd love to see it here. From all of us here, I'd love to wish you happy painting, and God bless, my friend.